Hey guys. Hey everybody.
Hey.
Welcome to Beyond the Brush Live with Bianca from Lotus Theory Designs. And today we have a special guest. We have Anissa from Niss and Leah. And we also have Mac here, who's going to be Anissa's little co-host here as well. So those of you guys that don't know, Anissa and I used to have a show called the Hot Mess Moms Paint Show. And this is exactly why we called it that, because sometimes we just can't shake our kids. Right?
Exactly.
So Bianca and I wanted to have Anissa on here today to kind of talk about a few things, mainly going from Anissa's journey from going from canvas or from furniture artist to canvas artist. What is that squawking noise? Do you have a bird?
I know. I'm like, what is that?
Probably him.
Bird fight?
It's funny. So if you guys have questions, I don't know if any of you guys have had maybe an experience where, you know, you're like starting to paint and you're starting on furniture, or maybe you paint canvas and you want to move to furniture. Anissa totally did that. She totally made the transition from painting furniture to painting canvas. So I'm just going to go right in. Anissa, are you ready for a question? You look confused.
Well, I was trying to share it on my page.
Oh,
but I'm on my new computer that I don't know how to use.
I feel like
I just figured it out. I want, them to join in if they have questions too.
We'll let you figure it out.
I got to figure it out. You go with the question. I'm posting it right now.
This is Hot Mess Mom Show 2.0 right now.
We've missed it. It's been a long time since we've been together, like separate on a camera, because Facebook doesn't like to let us do that.
Nope, they don't.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so when you first started painting when you first started, I remember the first thing you painted on a dresser. Why did you do that? Can you tell us, like, you painted a woman with long hair, just like, why did you do it? Why did you start?
Okay, so we were creeping up on my mom's birthday, and it was kind of inspired by her. She's always someone who's been very, I wanted her to learn to kind of cut loose a little bit. So it was kind of like, feel free, feel the freedom, just let your hair down and stop worrying about every little thing in life, like women have so many hats to wear and all those things. And it was kind of just inspired by my mom. She did not want it, but it was inspired by her.
The dresser.
Yes, because it was very abstract, but she was a nude woman. And so she was like, I've got like 14 grandsons. What do you want me to do with this?
That's funny.
Yeah. I ended up putting that dresser on the curb during like our dump days, and some ladies walked by and they're like, I guess it's okay. It's kind of cool.
Oh my gosh. You know what though? That is such an inspirational beginning, because I guess nobody wanted it and it ended up on the curb, or the curb, whatever. And anyway, you kept going. Tell us about that. Like,
okay.
What? Yes.
I will. Then the next thing, okay, so I started having some health issues. Doesn't really matter. It was getting harder to move the furniture around. And plus, he was really starting to learn to crawl, which made it really difficult with, all these big furnitures. I can't anchor everything, in my studio space. So we kind of did away with some of those bigger things. I'm like, I'm going to get some canvas and play around on it. And people seemed to like that woman at that time. She was really successful for me. I actually had some people, wanted to buy it. And I'm like, no, it feels weird. And I was like, I'll try it on canvas. Like, why not? You can go pick these up. I don't have to go around to all these different places and try to beat out. I don't know if it's like this for you guys. I'll get halfway to something and they'll message and be like, oh, we sold it to someone else. I was getting so sick of that with 4 kids. I'm halfway out there, barely have time to get ready. And then they cancel on you. I was sick and tired of the game, really, with furniture.
Yes.
And so, I went to Michael's and grabbed some canvas. I'm like, woo, this is easy.
So and then I still do furniture?
Yeah. So I do. And it's just those one-of-a-kind pieces that kind of fall in my lap that I really love. And I love, like right now, I've got some that I'm hoarding. But I've been so busy with the canvas art that I'm really excited to go and focus on some of the furniture. So
Right.
yeah, I do
Well,
love it.
Your work is absolutely incredible.
It is.
You're just in your own lane. I remember some of the first pieces that I saw that you had done. The first one that really made me take note, I think, was a yellow small server with, I think she had sunglasses. You already know what I'm talking about. She had like sunglasses on, and I think you had a little girl, doing her, using the little girl as a prop next to it. And oh my gosh, I wanted that piece so bad. And I think you sold it before I
contacted me about it. Yeah.
I wanted it so bad. Yes. And then didn't you say that you had to redo it for that person that purchased it?
This lady had so much of my furniture, and she had a fire. Her whole house burned down.
Yes.
And so they ended up, they had to reorder. So we tried to do everything that we could. So we redid it as a dresser. But yeah.
Right. Wow. It was absolutely stunning. And your color usage, you put together colors as well as your technique that you don't see it every day. It's very just abstract, I think was the best word that you used to describe your art.
Yeah. Can you guys still hear the same with him having that?
We're good.
Yeah. Okay.
We're good.
So yeah, with the color part of it, and what kept me going in it was I needed canvas to stage with my furniture. My furniture designs was very much changing. I started out with this I was like sick of it. I'm going to do some bright, colorful pieces, grungy, contemporary kind of a feel, something that I hadn't seen anywhere else yet. And so I started that, but I'm like, okay, well, how do I stage these? I can't just go into Hobby Lobby. None of this stuff fits for staging,
Right.
So
right.
I started using them to stage with my furniture. So when I knew I was getting close on a piece, I'd pull those colors in on a canvas to stage with them.
Right.
So that's what kind of kept me going with it.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I've seen you stage both your canvas and your pieces together, and it just really pulls together the entire vibe. Now, do you find that you end up selling your furniture and people want to add on perhaps the complimentary canvas?
I feel like I have two very different customers.
Mm-hmm.
They don't. The people that buy my furniture don't buy my canvas art. There's been one person. It is interesting. But
you think it's functional because it's functional? Like you're selling to someone who maybe wants the functional aspect of the art.
Yeah, that could,
right. So you guys, give us a thumbs up if you have small children that and kind of gotta steal the show from you. Thumbs up if that happens to you. I wish I could get mine to come on camera. She won't do it.
Oh, be careful what you wish for. Mine are like camera's on. Hey.
Yep.
So you guys, as you're viewing, just really quick, if you have questions for Anissa, now is the time. Ask them. She's here. She's open. We're going to continue to talk to her and even talk about a new venture that her and Leah are going on as well. But if you have questions that you've always wanted to ask Anissa, do it. Drop them in the comments. Go ahead, Leah. Take it away.
I was just going to say, so if you guys have followed Anissa's artwork, I think that I just wanted to say this because I don't know if I've said it. I don't know if I've said it before, but Anissa's artwork has gone from, because in the beginning, I remember that first dresser and how amazing it was. And I was like, I'm like texting my friends and like, look at this. And then you continue to get better and better and better and better and better.
Yes.
But man, does it come with a lot of work. I mean, you put, I look at the designs that you've created for Bubblegum Yum, our new company, and to see the process of people just think like, oh, she's amazing, she could just paint it. This is just hours and hours and hours of work. So Anissa, how much time would you say, as you've done this for like years, would you say it takes it to put into one canvas? How much, as like in the beginning to now?
Sorry, dog. Dolly. It's nonstop around here. Dolly, she's barking at the toddler that just went around
I
the corner.
am dead.
Dolly,
You got the
come here, come
kids,
here,
the
come here.
birds, the dog. This is
I'm
so
so
funny.
sorry.
No,
Don't be
you're okay.
sorry.
It's life.
It's real
life.
life.
It's real life.
It is so hard to even say how many hours, like the T-girls, it is so hard to say how many hours went into that. So many. Few tears, Leah. Few tears on them.
That one just.
So those are the tea girls.
Those are the T-girls. What do we call it? Tea time.
Tea time.
And so we, it just depends. Sometimes it is just, it's easy. It's natural. The lady in blue, not long. She was very easy to paint. The other lady took me, 4 days of like nonstop back and forths. Not real great at faces. It's something that is incredibly challenging. And that's why I started in with the faces in my artwork, is because I didn't know how to do it. I didn't want it to set me back. So whenever I feel like I've gotten something pretty much figured out, I need to figure out what's holding me back, and then I'm going to go do that, So like flowers, I can't do flowers well. And so that's my next game. I'm going to go try to perfect a couple flowers. Just
so interesting.
I don't have things that hold me back. I can't create a piece that I want to create because I don't know how to paint it. So.
But you say you don't really do faces. Well, first of all, I know that when you first started doing canvases and people, you didn't really do faces, right? They were faceless. Right. I don't know what was holding you back, but I don't see a problem here. Do you guys viewing?
It's amazing.
Beautiful.
It's so
the depth.
amazing.
Yes, the depth, the colors, how it all comes together. I mean, and the way that you even just use color to shadow instead of just, shadowing with, deeper tones. And look at her eyebrows. I mean, all of it. Just, girl, I believe you. I believe what you're serving me. Yes. So we do have a question for you. And I wanted to make sure we get to it. Okay. I'm going to try to find it, but here it is. Where do you get your inspiration from, Anissa? I think that's a great question.
It is a great question. All over. So like, for example, with the bubblegum, Yum series, the first collection, we knew we had wanted to do something a little bit retro pinup kind of style, something a little bit different than what we've seen. So Leah had actually, she's the idea person, and I'm just like, I'm paint whatever she tells me to paint because I know it's going to sell. And so that's kind of how we kind of balance that out. So the inspiration for all of those really came from Leah and what she was researching. So it was some older photographs that we really went off of, and then we just kind of winged it and made it ours once we kind of got the idea out there. And then, but for the rest of them, a lot of it's in my head. I really am in. It could be a song. A lot of Miranda Lambert we've talked about. I have her music going on, and it'll spark an idea in my head. Like, oh, I feel that way. I need to paint that. What would that feel like painted? And then I will go and I'll look up for like, I'll do some of the own photography if I can't find it, but then I'll go and look at images of women or horses or whatever it is that I'm painting that could fit in that kind of thing. Just for I have to have something there or I'm not going to get the proportions right.
So you
get
actually,
the idea there.
You are the type of artist that needs a visual.
Yeah. For my now stuff, I do.
Yes.
Yeah. With a little bit more fine detailing and all of that. With the faces, I've been doing more of a gridding to get them right. Not with the smaller faces like the tea time one, but
right.
Yeah.
And you actually have a group where you teach how to do paintings.
Yes. Yep.
And
I do.
When does that open?
October 12th, my birthday. That's how I go about opening things.
It's my birthday.
Let's have some stress on my birthday. That's fun.
Yeah.
Didn't just hang out and have a bonfire, but
no, that would.
Brittany says this live is so relatable. So yes, it's totally real life. Anissa, you're just so talented. You guys, do you want to transition into bubblegum yum? Like talk about it. We're getting a lot of comments on the bubblegum yum. Christine said she just ordered some. It looks so textured. Gonna pick up a piece tomorrow just for that paper. Kelly loves the new line. A few more down here, but I mean, let's just talk about it. Let's talk about the new line. I think it deserves some attention.
Well, we're super excited for it. Anissa did all the painting. We came together and we're like, what do we want? We wanted something vintage and classy, and everything has black and white stripes. Something that makes it the collection, except for Big Booty Judy right here. She had a black background, but we ended up switching it to white. And so most of the women in the collection have black and white stripes this time. We have a couple different options. We have a self-adhesive option, which I really think is our best option because it's really easy to use. And you just peel the backing off and it sticks right on. And then we also have decopauge papers, which take a little bit more skill, but are totally workable and usable because, being in this industry, her and I both were like, we really wanted to bring something different to the table.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's so different.
Yeah, just something fun and different and something that would make your furniture higher end and stand out on the Facebook Marketplace in your area. Would you say that's about where we're at, Anissa?
I would say so. Absolutely.
And it was a good excuse to get together and have some fun. So
a little bit of fun.
Just a skosh, right?
A little bit.
Well, I think they're absolutely phenomenal. When I first, Leah, when you first shared with me your line and showed me some examples, I just squealed. I was so excited, and it's something fresh and new, and it's not the same that we've been seeing across the industry. This is something totally different. It totally resonates with me. This is a style that I don't really get to dabble in, which is the pinup, retro, sexy. I mean, look at Big Booty Judy. I am an advocate for thick girls. Go ahead, honey. I do have a request for you, though, Anissa. I do need me a thick mama. Okay. A little thicker than Judy.
I can paint you something thicker than Judy.
I guess. a little thicker than Judy and around the blue dress skin tone here, and I'm here for it.
I got it. It's funny because we had about 4 other options in progress that just didn't work out in time. We really wanted to release it together, and I only had this available time I could go see her with babysitters with the kids. Right. So we eliminated the other ones. I would like to finish up some of them at some point and possibly, but yes, there are some options like that. I just couldn't get it right.
Well, I'm sure it'll be worth the wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Your work can be so intricate too. So I'm looking forward to see what more you bring to yours and Leah's line, because just what I'm seeing right now is absolutely phenomenal.
Thank you.
Well done, both of you.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what Leah whips out here.
It's not me. It's it's you. It's your art. Like, I think the coolest thing about the line is it's Anissa's licensing you to use this specific art on your furniture, so you don't have to learn how to hand paint that kind of stuff, which is cool. And I'm going to tell you guys something too. I have never seen an artist. I've followed a lot of artists, and a lot of times their art, it's very similar. Anissa's has progressed and your art has changed so much and gotten better over the last, it's been about 2 years. Yeah. 2.5 maybe. And I have one of her first paintings, and then I have some of her newer stuff. And it just amazes me just how much better it continuously gets. Like, the first stuff was good, but like the stuff you're putting out now is amazing. So I just can't wait to see where the line goes, and how different it all is going to look, and how many different styles you can pull, because you can take something and make it look modern and boldful. And I just said boldful.
New word.
Bold. New word.
It's all right. You're an artist. You can get away with that.
Your new tagline, boldful. And then also have things that just look a little bit more vintage and clean and classy, like the classy lady that is in our our line. Like, there's just a big difference. So it kind of pulls all the different styles. Yeah, like, she's so much she's so different than, you know, the tea girls, but yet they're both like classy ladies at the same period in time. So
I
you
love
just amaze
this.
me in that way.
Thank you.
Yeah, isn't that cute?
This girl's got some sass. Yes, honey.
She does.
She's
So we're
sassy.
getting some questions about your line. Let's see. There's a few of them here. So let's see if we can go through them. Barbara wants to know, can you get these prints in different sizes?
Yes, they're available on the website. You can see the different sizing there.
Yep.
Okay. And the website is here, guys. So bubblegum-yum.myspotify.com. You can also find the link. Well, I didn't put this link in the description, but the link for the Bubblegum Yum page is in the description. Let me see if I can put that in the comments, actually. I sure can. So I just put that link that you see there on the screen in the comments as well. So you guys can click that to place your orders, view the designs. I'm sure they'd both love you for that. Yeah. Let's see. There was other questions. Are you shipping to Canada?
Good question.
Mm-hmm.
We had a little error. We thought we had the shipping right. You got to keep in mind, you have creatives doing a website.
Yeah.
And there was a little error. So we were not, we need to have shipping quoted. We can ship anywhere, but we have to give you a quote and then we will invoice you differently. We just need to get the estimate from our people.
Right. So
yeah.
if you guys have placed an order already and because I think some of them slipped through to Canada and Australia. If you guys have ordered already, we're going to be contacting you for a shipping quote. Because in the United States, I think we're a flat rate, $10, right?
Yeah.
In the US.
Yeah.
But if you're shipping to Canada, it could be upwards of $50 or more. So just send us an email at hello@bubblegumyum.com if you're looking for international shipping.
Yep.
Right. Well, hey, I'd still pay that. These designs are amazing.
Thank you.
I don't even care. Yeah. I'm looking forward to getting mine so I can have, just really something by the two of you in my home. So
I'm excited.
Do they work like piece prints?
I've never used piece prints. I had one other person ask me that, but I've never used piece prints.
Right. I haven't either. I think the concept is similar with the self-adhesive, but I haven't used piece prints either. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's the exact same thing.
I honestly haven't even used the self-adhesive because I really like paper. I really like paper because I can do more of my layering with it and more I like collage-y kind of things, So
yeah, there's definitely a difference between using paper and using something that is self-adhesive, as far as what you can do, how you can manipulate it. If the pieces that you're working on, for example, are curvy, or perhaps it's like a cutout space, something like what you see here, getting around the edges, the different paper or sticky stuff might be better for what you're doing. As Leah said, I think the skill level or the skill set is going to be a little bit different for decopauge. It's it can be temperamental decopauge. It took me a long time to master it, whereas the self-adhesive in theory could be easier. So hey, you guys, just order both. Order one of each and see which one you like better. So
we
Dusty
are
wants
also
to know,
working on some videos this week on how some educational videos on how to use the product. That will be on the Bubblegum Yum Facebook page.
Excellent. So are they frameable pieces for the wall?
Absolutely.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. Sorry guys, dead air. Let other artists in your adventure. Valerie, are you asking if other people can submit their artwork to Bubblegum Yum? Is that something that you guys would consider in the future? I know you're just getting started, so you're taking things step by step as to do things the right way rather than biting off more than you can chew.
Yeah.
But is that something maybe in the future you guys would consider?
It's not something we've really discussed yet. So I guess we don't have an answer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
We're just kind of getting it up and running, and it's been just a couple months really. So it is definitely when things get real smooth, then we'll talk about different business options.
Yeah.
Right.
So stay tuned, Valerie. I think you planted a seed at the very least.
Absolutely.
Brittany says I should send you an inspiration photo. Hey, I can do
Yes.
that. Yes. I should. Maybe Leah, should I just send her one of my new ones that I took of myself or had done of myself?
Yes. Oh, Anissa, that would be a good inspiration.
Oh,
We'll have
man.
you in the line in no time.
Oh, yeah.
I am a
That's one of the
curvy
things
lady.
that she says is like, that's getting the proper photo or inspiration of the curves,
Yep.
like people of the pose.
Yeah.
So like when we painted last in June when we got together and we painted the first Big Booty Judy, it literally like she's standing in front of the buffet in one position and I'm standing in another, and then we had Vance and Kurt even stand in like positions just to get the shape of how it would come out. So
Right.
your new photo shoot would be perfect.
I'll send you some
Absolutely.
pictures on the side. I haven't even posted. I haven't. Okay. Anyway, I'll private message you.
Yes.
I'm like, I didn't even post them all. Okay. Do they work the same as a transfer? And maybe again, just point it out that there's the sticky type and then the decopauge type.
Yeah.
So they're totally different from a transfer. They do not work the same as a transfer, the traditional transfer that you're used to. They are a decoupage paper. The self-adhesive kind is like you peel the backing off and you lay it on almost like a sticker, right? Like it's self-adhesive. The decoupage paper, it does take a little bit more of like a skill. You can cut them out and spray self-adhesive on the back.
Mm-hmm.
Like the spray stuff that you buy at Michael's and stick them on, which would be a little bit more like a transfer opposed to decopauge. So we do recommend that you do a little bit of research on how to decoupage as we're, we did launch this and now we're kind of coming out with some of the videos and such.
And hey, even practice. Get some dollar store tissue paper or wrapping paper or something. Just practice on a board even before you dive in fully.
Right.
Jean says she couldn't make up her mind, so she just orders all of them. I like the way you think.
Yes.
Mary Beth says, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I've purchased a spray Mod Podge. I don't know if anyone's ever used it before. That's what I'm going to try. Some of the bigger ones, when you are actually doing decoupaging with it and they're large and that's where I get a little bit worried. So I'm like, that spray Mod Podge, put it on. That might be the answer for some of the bigger scale decoupage paper. So
interesting. I've not tried that.
I'll be doing that live later, or maybe pre-filmed in case it doesn't work out.
Nothing a little post-edit work can't fix.
Right.
Yeah.
Kelly wants to know, so can you use the iron method with the paper?
So Kelly, I've never used the iron method.
Me either.
And I want to say Amy from AJ's Vintage Designs has done a tutorial on that. But I don't know. I don't see why not, because it's a decoupage paper, but that is not something that we've tried yet. We've really only tried it with using clear coat and a credit card to smooth it over.
I haven't done the iron method in anything either, actually.
I'll look it up. I don't know what it is. I'll look it up and I'll try it this week and let you guys know.
It might work really good.
Yeah. Lynn wants to know, will you add the peacock?
Maybe. We already started designing the second collection. So anything that you guys are like, we would love to see, like the peacock. We've gotten a lot of people say, we would love to see the peacock. So anything that you guys are like, hey, we'd love to see in the next collection, we are really welcoming customer feedback.
Well, you're getting a cowgirl. We're getting horses.
That's going to have to happen.
Your livestock work is amazing. We're also getting the picture of Leah on the bench next to the bubblegum yum piece.
Everyone wants me to paint you, Leah.
I guess so. That's kind of funny. Anissa took that photograph too. It was a good photo.
Finally, I get the credit for it.
I know. I didn't
I've been
give
waiting.
you credit. I did. I tagged you on the thing, but then I'm like, I didn't give you photo credit. I'm so bad.
I'm just joking. I was teasing her about it because it's the best picture I've ever taken in my life. I
Oh God,
love
it.
it.
Was, like, nice to have someone besides Kurt or Mason in front of me. Like I have my teenage son take. All right, Mason, I'm going to sit on this photo. Just hold the phone like this and take a picture. Like you are so much easier than having to deal with that.
So, yeah, I guess that, yep, definitely. I'm getting another one with the cowgirl and a horse. So I think you should make that happen, Anissa. Hey, no pressure. No pressure.
Anything anyone wants, just let me know.
Yeah. Oh, Erin says a motorcycle. Have you done a motorcycle?
You know, we talked about a
We
pinup girl on
did.
a motorcycle for the series. I just didn't have the time. I would absolutely love to do something like that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Even my wheels are turning now.
Yeah.
That can be very sexy.
It really can.
It can.
It
be.
really can. Oh, I love it. New England equestrian community is waiting on those.
All right.
Okay, guys. So, yeah. I think, Melissa, one more. I'll show you one more. Sorry. The mermaid. How about a mermaid?
Oh yeah, people. Those
Everyone
are always
wants
my
a
most
mermaid.
successful hand-painted pieces. Were those mermaids?
Yeah, the mermaids. Okay.
What's the
Um,
mermaid and the llama? And this is
Mermaid.
Oh, right. Forgot
she said the
about
word
that.
Llama.
I do
So-
have the option to veto Leah's ideas.
She
We're
does.
allowed one
I
per
know.
collection.
No, because I'm like throwing these ideas out there, and even like this weekend we're painting. I'm like, we got to paint a peacock, like the peacock. She's like, I don't want to paint a peacock.
Not
I'm
paint
like,
a
but
peacock.
a peacock would look great. And somehow we got a peacock on there. So
There was
On that
absolutely no other
buffet?
ideas to fit it.
right, like, and that's the thing with furniture, as I've always said, like it has to fit the piece. And when you have a large scale buffet like that, like you already did Van Gogh, you know,
Right.
we needed a peacock for sure.
Turns out we
It
did.
looks amazing.
We did. It looks really good. I'll have it photographed later this week.
It's absolutely stunning. I love when you guys get together. It's just magic.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, you're
Fun.
welcome. So let's wrap it up. We're not really getting any more questions, which if you guys have more down the line, go ahead and drop them in there. But Anissa, is there something that you would leave artists with, as far as perhaps some advice or some inspiration, or, I mean, just what would you say to anybody that's aspiring to be an artist and to be successful?
To not give up. If you are not good at something, then you keep doing it. Not to the point where you get frustrated with it. I never wanted to do faces, you know, and that's what we were talking about earlier. But I couldn't, so I kept going. Just keep giving yourself. I've got a year's worth of the worst faces you've ever seen on earth. But we got there. We got to the point now where I can do them, and I can't come out with an exact replica, you know, but I can get close, and you can tell their face. You know, it's not, you know, anything too terrible now. So just keep going, keep trying. If you're not good at it, but you want to keep painting it. You'll get there.
Well, I personally appreciate that advice, because I can paint a mean leaf, but that's it.
You keep going with those leaves. Tell you the best leaf maker in the world.
I got leaves down. Everything else, I can't do it. But yeah, I just got to practice it and keep doing, as you said. And just to watch your evolution over these past couple of years has been really, really inspiring. And I think I speak for everyone. Thank you for sharing your talents with us.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Yeah. Okay, Leah, tag your
Oh gosh, I
do this every week.
She does. All right, guys. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, Anissa and Mac, for joining us on this live for Beyond the Brush Live. Beyond the Brush Live, and we'll see you guys next week. And this is stay on for a second, but we'll see you guys next week. Thanks for being here.
Yes,
Bye.
thank you guys.